Welcome back, sports fans, to another episode of the Legends Never Die podcast. This is your host, Hunter Fruge. Today we got Dustin, Matt, and we got our new guest, Jonathan Goff, distant cousin of Jared Goff. This is our local Buffalo Wild Wings manager. Cool dude. He is a Ravens fan, though, so I don't know, a little sketchy there, but I like what Ravens got going, so I ain't going to give him no hell over that. But we'll start it off with our bowl takes like usual. Caleb and Aaron are out this week. They're at a little dance formal like they're still in high school, but they'll be back next week. And I'll start it off with Bears this week. Bears play Rams at Chicago. We're going to see the best two defensive players that I've ever seen play. Khalil Mack and Aaron Donald square off. It's going to be a good game. I feel like if Trubisky plays, then Bears come with the upset, and that'll give Saints back the number one seed, and Saints are going to run the table. So they'll get number one in the NFC, and we'll win out to the Super Bowl. So come on, Bears, do me right. What you got, Matt?
Yeah, for my bold take, I'm going to say that the NFL playoff picture is already set in stone. Whatever happens, the teams that are in the playoffs right now are going to still be the ones in.
My bold take is Kareem Hunt. You are an idiot. You just ruined your Hall of Fame career. He will never play another game in the NFL. They done got this boy for 3 cases of domestic abuse on three different people.
I don't know, man. You didn't see his interview. He looked very sincere, like he was very
that's
sorry.
what I told Matt, and then I saw that.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm talking about the 5-minute video where.
Oh, I seen it. I watched it.
He looked like he was about to cry.
Yeah, he's a little baby.
Yeah,
He's got to cry when them girls' boyfriends all team up. Their big brothers all come together and beat his ass.
I think him and Jamal Charles have a little bit in common, if y'all know what I mean. They're not all there in the head. But really, to be honest, he just threw away a Hall of Fame career.
Yep, what a waste of talent, and ruined the Chiefs' chances of beating the Patriots.
And I personally thought that he probably was the most talented running back in the league. That boy would go out wide and beat you deep, beat you across the middle. I thought, how dumb can you be? You have everything you need and want. And if he wouldn't have kicked her, he'd have been all right. But the league's going to take action to that.
All right, what you got, Jonathan?
My bold take is the Ravens go into Kansas City and beat the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is still on fire, but that Chiefs defense is just slumping, man. It hasn't gotten any better since all year. It's been bad. But take the Ravens going in there. Lamar Jackson's going to fire them up. They're going to slow down that game, and I think they'll beat the Chiefs.
I could buy that. I could see him losing, especially with Hunt out now. Lamar Jackson's probably going to run well over 100 yards. And Ravens defense may just slow down Mahomes a little bit. You don't allow him to score 30, and you could beat him. And I don't see him scoring 30 on the Ravens, especially when they almost lost to Raiders. I'm not going to talk about that game. That was my bad beat of the week. I had Chiefs by 8 in a teaser, and I've never seen this. The most rigged thing I've ever seen. 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Oakland kicks a field goal on 1st down to cover the spread to make it 7. On 1st down, they kicked a field goal. Never seen something so rigged in my life. But, all right, we'll jump into a recap of last week. We'll start it off with Thursday's game. Huge disappointment, but I really didn't see it coming, but I seen it coming. I knew it was a possibility. Saints, they had to eventually lose, and I'm glad it was now and not in the playoffs. But Cowboys, they did their thing, held us to 10 points. Don't get used to it, Cowboys fans, because it'll never happen again.
Yeah, you're right. I think it was a very fluky game. People were calling out the refs and all that, but yeah, Aaron, it was a trap game at Aaron. But Cowboys defense is definitely a thing to be scared of going forward for these NFC teams.
I told y'all the Cowboys were going to beat them. I told y'all the Saints are not my team, never will be my team. Used to be my team when I was a kid, and then all of y'all hopped on their bandwagon, so I had to jump off of that thing. But really, Drew Brees, you played like you played like you're 45. You look like Tom Brady does after he has like 5 straight weeks of playing the game. But you look like you're 45, so I don't know. You lost the MVP. You're done. Stick a fork in you. Patrick, gunslinging Mahomes, hate him too. He's winning MVP, and it ain't even close. Every good quarterback this week, even in college, the college quarterback sucked. Tua sucked. Luck sucked. Big Ben sucked. Who else? Yeah, they all sucked. Drew Brees sucked. But Goff sucked. Really, every good quarterback had a bad week.
I don't know who looked more foolish after that Saints game. Me, because all the money I put on the Saints, or Stephen A. Smith for talking all that trash. I really don't know who looked
he
like
was
more of a
clowning
fool.
walking in with that cowboy hat.
What'd you think about that game, Jonathan?
Oh man, I felt like there was a bunch of bad calls that just didn't get hit. Some of the first down with Cole Beasley and the helmet to helmet with Alvin Kamara. Yeah, there's just a bunch of bad calls.
What about Dak about getting his neck broke on that face mask that didn't get
all
called?
around, they said that they got the best referees out there to officiate that game, and it was just a lot of things.
Who
were
said that?
missed.
Vegas?
Every time they say that, we got our all-star team of referees. It seems like the worst referees I've ever seen. They call way too many penalties or not enough penalties, and in this case, I feel like it was not enough. There was multiple calls. I didn't like the Beasley first down where he was clearly down a yard, 2 yards short.
If you did in that defense, in that case, the ref that's called his call, he was the way he tackled him. He did have no view of if his knee was down or not.
But still, they could have reviewed that.
They couldn't review that.
Why? It wasn't inside 2 minutes. I know Saints
But-
had no. We didn't have
Yeah, they
first
could-
down.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't inside of 2 minutes, so they couldn't review it. You can't review that. Like, that's a rule.
Well, Sean Payton, you should have saved your challenges. Let's get off that game.
No, that's on
still-
Michael Thomas running to the sideline. I called it. I called it. No, you didn't. Obviously not. Dude called it incomplete, and you juggled the ball. The ball hit the ground. You were just trying to get them stats up. Michael Thomas on my hate list now.
All right, we'll jump in our first 12 o'clock game from Sunday. We got the Ravens and Falcons. I'll let Jonathan start it off here since he's a Ravens fan.
We went and just dominated them boys. They couldn't do nothing on offense. They couldn't do nothing on defense. The Falcons, they look dead. They're going to come in last in the NFC South, no doubt. They're just done.
I like what I seen from the Baltimore defense, especially at Atlanta. Aaron, for some reason last week, thought that Atlanta was going to somehow beat Baltimore. I like the Lamar Jackson train, and I'm going to keep it rolling. I like what I see out of this Baltimore team, 7-5. I think they're going to snatch up a playoff spot. It's going to be tough, but I think they're going to grab the 6 if they don't end up coming back and winning the division.
Yeah, I picked the Falcons too. I didn't think they would shut down Julio like they did. That was honestly pretty impressive. I don't really know what coverage they put on him to stop him like that, but it worked. If you stop Julio, you stop Atlanta. That's simple as that.
Yeah, I know y'all saw Julio made a vow that he would still reach 2,000 yards this year. He needs like 680 yards in 4 games. So,
I don't see that happening.
well, wouldn't be his first time.
At this point, they're just going to feed him because they're
Yeah.
out of the playoffs. They're out of everything.
Yeah, I mean, really, Packers, that's 200 yards this week. And their
Didn't he have a
secondary.
200-yard game versus Packers, or was that playoff game where he destroyed the Packers that year?
Dude, Julio's destroyed so many people,
Yeah.
I don't even know. He's
destroyed every team. at
he's an
least once.
animal. He's an animal. Like, he destroyed the
Best in the game or no?
Second best.
Nuke?
Nuke's the best, then him. AB's really fallen off. I don't know if it's.
I think he's
as
just
much-
getting a little lazy. I know he knows that
yeah.
Juju's picking up a lot of the slack. Connor's picking up slack there. And Big Ben called him out last week and told him his route running, he's been lazy, and he showed up this week.
Big Ben calling people out, but yet he's overthrowing wide open people in the end zone. Literally wide open. And then he's going to say after the game, I've earned the right to overthrow people and throw interceptions.
I think this is Big Ben's last year. I think
No.
he's done. Last year was his last year. I've said it for 5 years in a row. It's his last year.
Boy, I want to see Phillip Rivers win a Super Bowl
Yeah, it's probably not going to happen.
so he can make the Hall of Fame because he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. He just ain't got no big win.
All right, let's jump into the next game. We had an upset here. We had New York take out Chicago at home. New York did good. We had Saquon Barkley showed up again. He's just a freak of nature. But Chase Daniel was the quarterback, so I mean, come on. Can't say much about it. But they did put up 30 versus Chicago. But I don't see that happening again. I think it was a fluke game for Chicago. I think they get back on track. And Giants, y'all still suck, but y'all have a lot to look forward to if y'all could get a new quarterback, if y'all could get A-Bear in the draft or somebody like that, early first round that ends up being a true talent. But good game from Saquon, and Odell did his thing. I think Odell just needs to be the quarterback there.
Oh, no doubt. I seen the stat. Odell's got more 50-plus yard touchdowns than Eli. 2-0. 2-0. Insane. But Bears definitely had a chance to win that game. Hit them with the Chicago special is what they're calling it now. The running back threw the touchdown. If I see another play like that, I'm just going to lose my mind. But Chase Daniel, if you didn't, I don't know what you ate in between the fourth quarter and overtime, but boy, you couldn't hold on to the damn ball to save your life.
That boy Chase Daniels is trash. I do not understand how these quarterbacks keep getting these contracts. Him, Colt McCoy's trash. Dirty Sanchez on that lips trash. He's so bad they're thinking about signing Kaepernick. Like, if they sign Kaepernick, Reuben Foster and Kaepernick in the same week, like, they'll surpass Jerry Jones for the biggest idiot in the league.
Bring in Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, they'll get Kareem Hunt. Shoot, Jerry Hughes. Shoot, they'll get them all. Y'all saw that? Jerry Hughes.
At this point, it really wouldn't surprise me if Dallas signed Kareem Hunt.
Oh, my God.
They'd have the best 1-2 punch in history. But, no, I think I got a team in mind that's going to get Kareem Hunt. Y'all just wait and see. I think
That'll be Patriots' cheat code for this year. They always have a cheat code every single year. Their cheat code will probably be Kareem Hunt. He'll probably get a 6-game suspension.
They don't need
He'll
him.
come back for the third round of the playoffs.
They don't need him. They got about 9 different running backs they can run out there this year.
Yeah, no.
None of them are as good as him, but Sony Michel's a beast, and you know it. Sony Michel is a dog.
All in all, though, that Bears and Giants game, it was nothing really worth watching. Like, there were some good plays on both sides, but Chase Daniels couldn't move the ball, so
Dude,
I mean, the Giants just took it.
quick thing. Y'all are talking about how good of a passer Odell is. That was one of the worst passes I've ever seen in my life.
It was still a touchdown.
Yeah, the dude stopped, stood
I'm
still,
not
turned
saying
and
he was
looked at the
good.
ball.
I'm just saying he's better than Eli Manning. I'm
They-
not saying he's good by
They
no
probably
means.
honestly could put him back there. Hell, he'd be at least mobile.
Yeah,
Eli's
he'd be able to move
immobile.
around when that
He's-
pocket collapses in 1 second. I swear their linemen snap the ball and play, what's that game, Ring Around the Rosie, we all fall down. I swear their linemen snap it. That means fall over.
Yeah, y'all saw Nate Soldier got one arm slung by Khalil Mack. Just
Yeah, that
another
does not
example.
surprise me.
Just another example of Belichick knowing that a player sucks and letting him walk. Like
And
Malcolm
Tariq
Butler.
Cohen, man, I wish I had him in fantasy this week because that is literally the only thing Chase Daniel could hit was a screen pass. He went 12 for 156 and a passing touchdown. He would have been a good start this week, but that was a boring game. High score, but still boring. Next game, this was best game I've ever seen, Dolphins and Bills. Not really. We clown. We had the barely in the league Bills versus the dodgeball Dolphins, like I said last week. Both of them are terrible. Stupid penalties on both sides made it somewhat of a good game. Jared Allen ran for well over 100 yards somehow, but still, or Josh Allen, not Jared. Jared Allen, I don't know what he's doing. Probably cowboying it up.
Waiting to get in that Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he is a dog. Y'all ever seen that jackass with him on there? And he tackled Johnny Knoxville? Hilarious. But anyways, I'm just skipping over this game. Anybody got anything on this game? Miami and Buffalo. I feel bad because Miami's 500 and we skip their games every week.
Charles Clay dropping the end zone for the win for the Bills. Y'all see that play? Yeah. Last play of the game, Josh Allen throws it deep, wide open man in the end zone, drops it in the end zone, loses the game.
That's crazy. I didn't even see that, and I watch SportsCenter, I think, more than like anybody on earth.
I just
And
don't see how
that's
Bills
just-
are 4-8, man. I thought
Look,
they were
look.
1-12.
You want me to be honest? Josh Allen's a beast.
Nah, we'll see.
Like,
If he ain't the best rookie,
he
he's not even
has-
top 3 rookie
he
quarterback.
has absolutely no weapon. Name a receiver on their team. Name one right now.
Well, Kelvin Benjamin got cut, so I don't know.
Zay Jones is all they got. And they
Charles
had
Clay who drops passes.
Yeah. that Josh Allen has a cannon. Dude could throw 75 yards in the air just like Mahomes.
Well, it don't matter how good he is if he has no weapons. What are they going to
Yeah.
do? Go out in free agency and sign
Nobody
somebody who
wants
wants
to
to be
play.
a Buffalo Bill?
Nobody wants.
Exactly.
That's like Green Bay. People say, "Oh, how's Green Bay bad? How's Green Bay bad? They used to be the best every year in and year out. Them, Dallas, and the 49ers." But nobody wants to play in Green Bay. It's 20 degrees. But that'll bring us into our next game. The Denver Broncos played Cincinnati this week. Cincinnati's so bad. Jeff Driscoll, you're terrible. Philip Lindsay. Let me get started on Philip Lindsay.
Rookie of the year talk or no? Or is
He's
Saquon too far gone?
he's so bad. He's so good, but I don't understand how he's good because he's small. Believe it or not.
He had more rush yards than Keenum did pass yards for like the 5th time this year.
What ticked me off is, dude, he literally runs the ball fast as he can straight up the middle, and he bust holes. Like, I don't even understand. But, yeah, that's my takeaway on that game. A.J. Green, you'll continue to be a pussy your whole career.
Without A.J. Green, the Bengals aren't going to win a game. You can go ahead and mark it down. They wouldn't beat me playing backyard football and two-hand touch. That's how bad they are.
Yeah, Broncos, they lost a good one this week. Emmanuel Sanders hurt in practice, torn Achilles. So, fantasy waiver advice, go pick up Cortland Sutton with no more Demaryius Thomas there after he got traded and no Sanders. I'd be looking at Sutton, and I'd be riding Lindsey heavy into the playoffs also. So, there's 2 good fantasy picks.
I'm putting
another good win for
11
Denver.
men in the box against Denver.
Watch out for Denver making a late push in that AFC, 6-6. Yeah,
They lost their 2
the
best
defense-
players
the
in 1
defense
week.
is solid.
Let me take that
The
back.
Broncos look good. They did just lose Chris Harris, though, to a leg injury.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They lost.
Emmanuel Sanders. They're losing a lot of their key players. It's going to – oh, so, yeah, they're
Yeah,
done. There's no way
I didn't mean to say they're 2 best because Von Miller's clearly their best player.
The next thing we take is the Rams and the Lions. And, man, looking at the game, watching it, starting off, the Lions really looked like they were going to come out there and, give them a run for their money.
Trap game, as Aaron says.
And then they just blew it like the Lions do best.
It was a much better game than the score portrayed. 14-point win for Los Angeles, but Stafford had a chance to drive down and win it. It was 16-13. They were driving, and then what do you know? Strip sack, Aaron Donald. Who else? Taking the game straight away. I think he should be accredited for like 3 Rams wins this year.
3?
They've had 3 games that were really close that he had a strip sack or something. The Chiefs game,
Only 3?
Seattle game, and this game. He was the game. He basically game winner. That's just like having a game-winning touchdown, but from a
I give him
defensive
more
player.
than 3.
I'm saying just solely his one play made the game that much different.
I think he's the best defensive player in the league by far.
I think he's one of the best in history. I think he's better than Watt was that year. I think he's better than Von Miller was that year. I think he's he's definitely one of the best I've ever seen, for sure. And him and Khalil Mack putting on the pads, that's going to be, that's going to be a good matchup there. That's 2 of the best. But, yeah, Rams game. Rams roll on and win another. Gurley goes over 100 again with multiple scores. Best fantasy player I've ever seen.
Did you see what he did late in the game?
Oh, yeah. Pulled another pull-up and kneel on the 1.
Yeah, he gets all the way to the 1-yard line and runs sideways and then falls down right in the middle.
I don't know why he does that.
Because
He just hates fantasy owners, I guess.
No, he's
He
selfless.
don't even have himself in fantasy football. I
He's
promise
selfless. Dude, he's the ultimate team player.
you. Yeah, he has a good dude.
That's crazy. Like, I will own Ty Gurley in fantasy. I don't care if he falls down on the 1-yard line because he's still getting 35 a week.
Yeah, you're going to have to get the number 1 pick to get him anytime in the next 5 years. Good
I
luck.
know a bunch of people are saying they're taking Saquon for sure, number 1 overall next year.
Stop it. Please let me have number 2 then, if that's the case.
Yeah, on the Aaron Donald thing, Aaron Donald's got 16.5 sacks. The all-time record for sacks in a season is 22.5. He's 6 sacks shy with 4 games to go, and I'll remind you, he didn't have a sack in the first 4 weeks.
I think he may get it then. He could definitely get 1 on Chase Daniel this week if that's the case. He could definitely get 2 on him and 1 on Trubisky for sure if Trubisky plays. But, yeah, Rams, they're rolling. I think they lose this week and Saints take back that number 1 seed. I sure hope so. But it really doesn't matter. I think Saints will take them in the playoffs. Next game, we had Colts and Jags. This was the most boring game I've ever seen. Lowest scoring game of the year, 6-0. Colts were rolling, going hot. Andrew Luck on fire with the 3-touchdown streak, and he lost it. Didn't even have a single touchdown. Threw over 50 passes and still did not throw a touchdown. That's tough. But Jaguars defense, they showed up. Kessler, he may be the future. They scored a hot 6 points. They actually won a game with Cody Kessler. Watch out. Cody Kessler, future of the Jags.
I have a strategy for the Jaguars to use in the offseason. I hope Tom Coughlin and Doug Marrone are listening. Call Blake Bortles in. Say, Blake, we overpaid you. We're giving you options. Your option is 1, you're going to take a pay cut, or 2, you're going to sit the bench and be on the practice squad for the next 4 years. Take a pay cut. No, because if they cut him, they got to pay him. And you know he's going to take a pay cut. People are going to push him to take a pay cut. He's going to take that pay cut, and then they're going to be like, all right, yeah, you're cut. Right after he takes a pay cut, yep, you're cut.
Mhm.
End of the story. It's a business. It's a business, and the Jaguars are in it to win it. Who do they play this week? I think they play tomorrow night, don't they?
Jaguars got the Titans this week.
Tennessee versus Jacksonville tomorrow night? I think Jacksonville beats them. Fournette's going to be fresh. I'm playing him in fantasy. Have mercy on me, Leonard. But, yeah, that's my takeaway on that game. What a boring game. Look, you finally let me down. But, I mean, look, dude, you're coming off that surgery. I mean, so much has been going right. The O-line didn't hold up for you, but go Colts still.
Yeah, all in all, it was a bad game just to watch. It wasn't fun. Yeah, boring game. Nothing really to watch. Eric Ebron had a fumble fucking in fantasy, so thanks a lot for that, fam. But, I mean, no takeaways from it, really. I think the Colts go back, lose to the Texans this week. Texans going to clinch their division, so we'll see how that goes.
All right, next game we had it as a premium play. The Texans in Cleveland. Texans went out there and destroyed for their ninth straight. I'm sorry. Them boys are on a roll. I do not want to see the Texans right now if I'm anybody.
That's the
And
Chiefs'
Deshaun
kryptonite.
Watson ain't even rolling yet.
Shoot.
He's just getting going.
Boy, he's
He
balling.
ain't even. He's not peaking. He ain't peaking yet, though. I'm telling you,
Boy,
he's
no,
getting
he's
better
balling.
every week.
It's not like his
getting better
numbers are
every
going to be
week.
crazy good. This
No,
boy's
they're
being
gonna be
so
crazy good.
he's
Just
being
wait.
so efficient. He doesn't even have to have crazy numbers.
No, the numbers
And-
are about to get like last
Dude.
year's numbers, and that's when they start winning games by 20 a week, like they did this week.
Dude, I saw it 3 times the last 2 times. Houston always seems to find them primetime games or end up on my TV. I guess it's because I like Hopkins so much, and they're local, so we get more of their games. Houston amazes me. 4th down and 1, 3 times this year. I've watched him throw the exact same route to DeAndre Hopkins.
I mean,
throws
who else
to
would
the-
you talk to?
who-
He's more liable than getting a 1-yard rush up the middle.
That's what they say. They're playing DeAndre Hopkins in press coverage. He literally runs a curl and he's wide open, or runs a slant and he's wide open. He's the most.
If I had one play of anybody in the league, I'd probably give it to him.
Yeah, the other day, this dude's in triple coverage and Watson throws it and underthrows him. He still almost catches it and he comes back to the huddle and he's getting in Deshaun Watson's ass for not throwing it up. He's telling him throw it higher, and I come down with it, and 3 people.
But yeah, Baker's stats, he did better than the stats show. The 3 picks, they weren't that bad. His team just didn't show up. A couple tip balls. He threw for 400 almost, but the numbers don't lie. 3 interceptions and a 20-point loss. So yeah, Texans did their thing. They're rolling. They're definitely going to be a top seed in the AFC. Not 1, but probably 2 or 3. And I think they could beat the Patriots. I really do.
Touching on that Browns. Man, they had 2 touchdowns called back because of a holding. Now, one of them, blatant hold. The other, questionable. It was a hold, but it was can he throw it? He threw it. But Baker, 4 turnovers. Come on, bro. You got to be better. I like what Watt said after the game. He said, I guess Baker didn't wake up this morning feeling too dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, one thing you can say about Baker is he definitely spread the ball around to the Texans defense. They all caught it. They were on fire. They were all out there catching balls. They were having fun. The Texans, they just looked like they were out there having fun, playing ball, and just winning. I mean, they're on a roll. they're probably top 3 teams right now that, people don't want to face, and that's one of them. They'll beat anybody that they come into contact with.
Yeah, I think there's really 4 teams that you look at and you say, I don't want to play them. The Patriots, because no one ever wants to play the Patriots.
Saints, and Saints.
The Saints. Although maybe what if the Saints got exposed?
They didn't.
Hey.
Dallas just has a very good rush D and pass D, really. Or just pass rush in general.
So are you saying that Dallas could beat the Saints in New Orleans?
No, absolutely not. We beat them by 20 in New Orleans.
That's what I think too. But them, I don't think people want to play the Chargers just because of the level. Phillip Rivers is on another level right now. Jesus. This dude's completing like 80% of his passes over the last 4
He
weeks.
looks like Breeze Jr.
Senior, because he throws the ball down the field. Breeze don't. What about that touchdown
Yeah,
Breeze
he also
threw
has
the other
Keenan
night?
Allen and Breeze don't. Well, Breeze got Michael
He got
Thomas.
Michael Thomas.
But I would take Chargers receivers, though, over Saints receivers.
Yeah, probably. Mike Williams is better than the
Still
Saints
waiting on
number
Brandon
2.
Marshall. Where is this guy at? He's a ghost. And
Yeah.
Traquan Smith, where were you at this week, too? Took your
0
yards
catches.
over 36 receiving yards, and you didn't catch a single ball. I can't even name a Dallas cornerback, but damn, them boys must be good.
You know who Dallas didn't lock down? Just 2 weeks ago, Julio Jones. It does matter. I had a dude tell me, Marshawn Lattimore won't let Julio get 30 yards. He wouldn't even guard Julio because he couldn't. Exposed him twice last year. He didn't want none this year. So Julio instead just goes for 150 on 2 people.
150 and an L.
It don't
The
matter
150
to me.
don't matter when you catch an L.
It
But
does
what you
matter.
got started off with this Packers game, what you were talking about before the show, your theory here, your conspiracy.
Oh, I think the Packers threw the game. Really. You could tell Aaron Rodgers hates Mike McCarthy. And now Mike McCarthy's fixing to go bless Baker Mayfield's soul with about 6 and 10 seasons in a row. Because he's not a good coach. I don't care what anybody says. He just got Aaron Rodgers in his prime to go with Brett Favre before then. They call him the quarterback whisperer, but they also call Bill O'Brien the quarterback whisperer, and he had Tom Savage for 5 years.
So you're saying McCartney's going to Cleveland?
Yeah. They're already trying to get that boy.
I can see that happening. That
Like
game, boring game. I didn't get much out of it aside from the fact that Green Bay lost, and I thought they were going to jump on a little roll. The game was at Lambeau, which really surprised me, and none of the numbers stood out for Arizona. They just somehow won the game. Rosen didn't even have 150 yards. Johnson was not even close to 100 rushing. Nothing stood out there for them to do so well. But Rodgers just sucked, like you said, threw 50 passes and didn't even eclipse 250 yards. It was just I don't know if it was a good win for Arizona or a bad loss for Green Bay. I think it was a bad loss.
Yeah, definitely a bad loss. I kind of got to agree with Dustin. Just by the level of play, it was just so bad. And you can't even blame the weather. Yeah, it was cold, wet, whatever. That's where you live. I mean, so you can't really blame the weather when you're at home. But I think the Packers get a lot better without McCarthy.
Yeah, the Packers, they weren't doing anything. I definitely think that they lost it on purpose. Every time I watch the Cardinals play, though, I'm looking for Larry Fitz. This man has more career tackles than he does drop passes. He has 37 career tackles and 29 career drops off of 111 targets. Like he's a dog.
Yep, that's insane.
That's a crazy stat, and that's Fitz all-time great. Top 10 all-time receiver. And he had Kurt Warner, the most overrated quarterback ever, as his quarterback there.
Don't say overrated
Nah, he's super overrated.
because there's some quarterbacks I really, really, really could throw out there that are overrated.
Peyton Manning,
That's exactly what I was
Nah.
gonna say.
goat talk. All right, let's jump into this Panthers-Buccaneers game. For some reason, I felt this coming, but with Jameis Winston, the quarterback, I still went with Carolina, even though they were slumping. And Buccaneers proved me wrong. They got the dub at home versus Carolina, and they just knocked Carolina basically out of the playoffs for sure. They're going to lose 2 to the
100%.
Saints, so they're not even going to go 500. And they lost Olsen again. Yeah, they're Dunskies.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
McCaffrey's
Carolina.
really all they have, honestly. And then you got Cam throwing 4 interceptions against the Bucks. I don't know where that Bucks defense came from, but I don't know. That might be something to see there this week actually against the Saints.
Yeah, we're gonna keep that on hold. I think right now the way that Cam Newton's been playing, I think it'd be close with them and the Raiders. Really, I think it'd be like a 3-point game. Maybe a Raiders win if they're at home. Gruden, man. Hey, man. But yeah, my takeaway from that game was pretty much nothing. It was honestly a terrible game. I wouldn't even turn it on my TV. I can't watch Jameis Winston. He's so bad. I can't watch Cam Newton because he's terrible too. Like, literally, how do you throw a ball like 50 yards in the air that hard to overthrow a guy? Literally just float it in there. If you could throw it on a line that hard, just float it that far. You know it's easier to lob it. Hell, anybody can rainbow it wall to wall in baseball. But nobody can throw it on a line hardly. I mean, unless you're gifted. But, yeah, that was my takeaway on that game.
Yeah, it was a kind of crappy game to watch. Honestly, I have Christian McCaffrey in like every fantasy league, and
I was just about to say,
feeding it, man.
might take him number 1 in fantasy next
Dude,
year.
he is a dog. He's been putting up steady points, 20s, 30s, and 40s.
Shoot, that boy's...
carrying me into the playoffs, carrying me into my fantasy league. But honestly, all in around, I think the Panthers are going to be, third in division, if not last, if the Falcons can come back. And Buccaneers will probably take second, maybe sleep into the 6th seed, get lucky. Just depends if you got Fitzpatrick or Winston back there. You got to start the backup every other game.
Whoever you think you're going to start the other guy. That's your best chance of winning if you're Buccaneers. But, all right, we'll slide into the next game. We had Chiefs-Raiders. Like I said earlier, that was my bad beat of the week. I had Chiefs by 8, and Oakland decides to kick a field goal on first down with over a minute left. You're losing by 10. Oh, guys, let's just lose by 7 instead of 10. That's going to look way better on our resume, a 7-point, and not another double-digit loss. Gruden may not get fired if that's the case. I guess that's what was going through their head. But Mahomes did his thing again. That boy's just something else. Gunslinger. Freaking, I would have hated to play Travis Kelce in fantasy this week. If any of y'all did, rest in peace. That boy's numbers were outrageous. And I think he's molded himself into the best tight end in the league, no doubt. I really do.
Facts.
And here going forward, he's going to be a receiver pick. I think he's going to be a second-round, third-round fantasy pick from here out. Probably late second round. Because, I mean, Mahomes is just that guy. Like we said earlier, he's MVP, no doubt about it. I'm a biggest Breeze fan, definitely my favorite player in the league. And I've said the whole time that Mahomes is going to win the MVP over him. I never doubted it for 1 minute, 1 game, 1 snap. Mahomes is the guy. He's the MVP. And I think Kareem Hunt, though, that's a big loss to that team. I think that's about a 7-point difference per game. And it just takes away their run game. Spencer Ware is not Kareem Hunt. So it's definitely going to affect them. And I don't think they're going to go as far in the playoffs as I expected. And I definitely think Chargers will take them now. Not win the division. It's too late for that. But Chargers are definitely the better team than Chiefs at this point since that happened.
Yeah, pretty much. You just touched on it all. You didn't really leave nothing for us to say. But I think you got to touch up that defense, Chiefs, or the offense got to help you. Offense either got to hold the ball longer or something got to shake on that defense because you can't give up 33 to the Raiders and expect to go anywhere in the playoffs.
Yeah, John Gruden, he screwed me like 4 or 5 times now this season in betting. I totally threw it on the Chiefs, and that didn't land. And then I threw it on the 49ers a few weeks back, and the 49ers beat the crap out of them. So thanks a lot, John Gruden. Make up your mind if you want to play well. If you want to play terrible, then please just blow it. As far as the Chiefs and the Chargers, I mean, I still think the Chargers have a chance to take them. I know Hunter said that they're out, but Ravens take the Chiefs this week, and then the Chargers are just, one game back?
Yep.
One game back?
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, all it takes is like another Chiefs loss from these Ravens, and Chargers are there.
Let me tell you. Y'all been sleeping on my Chargers all year. Continue to sleep on them because if you look at it, who's got the better team? The Chargers. When it comes down to it, overall players, who's got the better team? Defense, tremendous. Derwin James, I'm going to go ahead and say right now, I've watched 2 players this year, and I could say 2 rookies, I could say 3, they're Hall of Famers. Not a doubt in my mind. Saquon Barkley's a Hall of Famer. Leighton Vander Esch is a Hall of Famer. And Derwin James is a Hall of Famer. I could just go ahead and tell you that by watching
I don't know
1 year.
about Hall of Fame.
No. Have you watched
I said Saquon, though, before the season even started, I said he was going to be all-time great running back, and he proved it. But the other 2, they're good. Hall of Fame, that's a
Dude,
stretch.
have
though.
you seen Leighton Vander Esch
Oh,
play?
I know. He's unreal. He's way better than Sean Lee. 100%
They're comparing
better.
this boy. They're comparing this boy to Brian Urlacher. He's played like 9 games, 10 games.
I ain't comparing him to Urlacher yet. I'll compare him to Kuechly, though, which is a Hall of Famer probably.
Yeah. Oh well, for sure.
Top 10.
Hey, did you know Kuechly actually leads the league in concussions over the last 5
I would
years?
believe that, yeah.
Dude.
He is. I like Vander Esch, though. I like the kid.
And
All right, we'll jump
Derwin
right into the
James
next game.
everywhere.
We had Jets and Titans. I ain't going to say much on this game. Kind of made me sick just saying those 2 teams' names.
Dude,
Mariota with a comeback win, but, I mean, you came back versus the Jets. If you have to come back and win versus the Jets, then you're trash. So, skip for me. I ain't got nothing on this game.
come back from Mari Blota. And, yeah, he's terrible.
Mustache Mariota,
He's terrible.
you're not getting it done, man.
Yeah, he got to shave that thing too, Caterpillar.
All right, next game we had another blowout. We had Seahawks and 49ers. I took this. I took Seattle by 10, I believe it was. Took them by 4 in a teaser. Easy money. Russell Wilson, he's just that guy. I mean, he throws freaking 10 passes a game, 10 completions a game, but 4 of them's touchdowns, 3 or 4. At one point, I think he was 3 for 4 with 3 touchdowns.
He's a Hall of Famer too.
3 passes, 3 completions, 3 touchdowns. He's just deadly accurate. Their run game's getting better every week. They spread the ball out. They go well over 100 yards per game rushing easily.
I saw a stat that passes over 30 yards in the air down the field, Mahomes has the worst completion percentage in the league, and Russell Wilson completes over 70% of passes 30 yards or more
Yeah, I
down the
wonder
field.
every week how your receivers get so open.
Because
it's crazy.
they
The
get
routes
sucked
they
in
run
on
and
that
stuff,
play
lock
action,
it,
dude.
and-
Play action. Whenever you can run the ball like that, the play action will suck them safeties in, and Lockett's burning you one-on-one every time.
Oh, I got something to say about the 49ers. 2 things. First thing, Matt Breida. Fantasy playoffs, and you want to tweak your ankle in pregame, and let's not say anything about it. This dude gets hurt in pregame, plays like 8 snaps in the game. Can't go no more. Same ankle injury. But what I will say, that y'all can go ahead and mark this down. Next year, Jerick McKinnon will be a top 5 fantasy back in the whole league. Anybody can play in Shanahan's offense for a fantasy perspective. I'll have Kittle, McKinnon, Garoppolo, Pettis. He's a beast too.
Yeah, if you had Braid on your lineup or anything, Jeff Wilson's now the running back there. He looked good this week. I mean, it's not somebody that I would want to willingly start in my lineup, but if you're looking at a flex and you're like, man, going into these playoffs, it's going to look rough, I think the 49ers, they'll use him. They ain't going to go with Morris. He's too old, too slow.
Oh, dude, he's so slow.
All right, Dustin, we'll let you start off this next game. It was your 2 teams playing each other, Patriots and Vikings,
Yeah,
or 2 of your 12 teams.
I told y'all.
There's 12 teams that make the playoffs. Dustin likes all 12.
No, I think I got 5 teams. I've narrowed it down to my top 5
9 out of the
teams.
12 playoff teams.
5. I said
Oh.
5. Yep. It's Patriots are, of course, my favorite team. Then the Chargers. I like the Chargers, the Texans, the Colts, and still the Rams. The Rams are going to annihilate the Saints if they play the Saints at home. It's going to be so bad. Like, so bad. But my takeaway from the game is everybody's been clowning, and then Tom Brady comes out and throws up a 300 burger on these boys. Looks like the Tom Brady everybody knows, the one that everybody hates.
Yeah, 300 yards and then 1 touchdown and 1 interception.
Yeah, but let's also mention the fact that he's not like Drew Brees, get on the 1 yard line and throw it. He let the fullback have 2 touchdowns in one game. On first down, first and goal, they let the fullback run in 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, on the 1 and 2 yard line. What else would you do?
That easily could have been Tom Brady. But son, Drew Brees throws on the goal line every time. He don't never let Kamara and Ingram get goal line touches.
I really didn't like what I seen out of New England this week again. I'm going to say it every
Dominated
week.
a playoff team. What are you talking about?
Nah, they look good, but I'm just a hater, so I don't got nothing to say about this. Belichick won his 250th game, I heard. I think about 60 of them, though, he's cheated in some kind of way. So I don't even like the Patriots. They're cheaters. They'll probably sign Kareem Hunt. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me at one bit. They got a drug addict and a pussy boy quarterback. Might as well get a woman beater, too. Add to the list.
Boy, did y'all see Josh Gordon in them post-game interviews? This boy is 100% Belichick, son. This boy is all in on the Belichick train, son. They'll be like, what'd you think about the touchdown? He's like, just a touchdown. Why didn't you celebrate the touchdown? I don't like celebrating my touchdowns. I let my actions speak. This boy is wearing his freaking vest up on the thing, looking like a smart boy up there. Hands crossed on the podium. Yep. That boy, he has bought into the Belichick way, and he has resurrected his career.
It's a good thing. I mean, he was already, suspended for 3 years or 4 years or something like that?
Yep, crazy. First player in history to go from suspended for 4 years straight to winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know if y'all seen that play Adam Thielen going at Bill Belichick, making a ballsy move there. You know, it's going out at one of the greatest coaches of all time. That man, you know.
Yeah, that's
Stats
why
shows
Thielen
career.
got exposed for the rookie really is, boy.
Didn't get
have,
a single catch afterwards.
Oh, dude, his stats were terrible. He got a couple garbage time catches, but that don't even really count in my book.
Yeah, takeaway is, like, you know, they're paying Captain Kirk all this money, and he's not looking like the quarterback they signed.
Too inconsistent.
I like Captain Kirk, but he's going to have to show up sometime this year.
Dude, the week before he threw for 330 and 3 touchdowns, looked amazing. This week looks terrible. I don't understand. I do not understand. Patriots, if the Patriots get home field advantage, it is GG, game over before the playoffs even start. And now with no Kareem Hunt, they're going to Kansas City and beating Kansas City. And like Bill Belichick said in his post-game interview the other day, we're not where we want to be yet, but I guarantee you we'll be there. He said this is the best defense he's ever had. Really? Yeah, and he said we're not there yet, but we will be. He said this is the best defense I've ever had.
And if Belichick said it, you can go ahead and sign that check and cash it, because that's a for sure bet there.
That boy Belichick don't play, son. Belichick. Y'all saw what he told did y'all see what he told Thielen? He told Thielen straight up, shut the F up. Screamed it at him. He said, shut the F up, crybaby.
All right, on to the next game. This was a banger. We had Chargers and Steelers. Very good game. I was really impressed with both teams.
I picked Chargers.
I don't know who
Just
I
had to
picked. I
throw
think
that
I
out
went with the
there.
home team, Steelers.
I did too.
And Steelers had it wrapped up at halftime. I mean, 3 touchdowns to 1, 23. No, it was even worse than that. 23-7. The kick return, though, is what did it. Desmond King, you're a dog, dude. He's a dog at defense and special teams. He's really one of the best special teams players in the league.
Was it just me, or did he look super slow running that kick back?
I don't know. That boy was hitting stride, though.
Look,
he was.
And dude,
Yeah.
you know what ticked me off? They were like, on that play, the long snapper got hurt, and he ran it straight back up the middle. And they were like, if the long snapper's not hurt, he doesn't return this. I'm like, dude, how do you know the long snapper is going to be in position to make that play? Like, come on, bro. They got outplayed by a better team with better players. Really. Outside of Antonio Brown, They really got nothing because Juju ain't been showing me nothing but standing on the freaking line of scrimmage waiting to catch a pass.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. That's the first time in a long time I've seen a game go that lopsided in the first half to completely flip in the second half. Just if you want to learn how to blow a game in 30 minutes, go ahead and go find Sunday night's game and watch that replay.
Yeah, Steech, you're gonna have to take some notes there, bud. Your Steelers,
He went missing in action.
oh man, he was at B-Dubs. I was talking to him. I was like, "Hey, bud, what's happening?" And then his team blew it for him. Gone, disappeared, ghosted out of there. Yeah, he was out of there. Yeah,
Steech!
but
Don't be that
takeaway,
guy.
The Steelers obviously, can't line up to block a kick. They don't know where to stand. 3 flags for offsides on a field goal that he kicked 3 times. He missed the first one. They'd went to overtime, but they lined up offsides.
They
Just
put that in
bad
super
planning.
slow motion, and that was not even offsides. That's what was crazy.
I don't know. It must
The
have been
first one-
Vegas then.
The first one wasn't offsides.
All
but
that matters
the
though
second
is they
two
called
were.
it offsides. But we had a major injury that could shake up that division, the AFC North, big time. James Conner went down. So now we're on a third leg running back, if you even consider Le'Veon Bell a running back these days.
Yeah, who's Le'Veon Bell again?
I don't know. That boy's peeping now. I bet he wishes he would have stayed now. Or Pittsburgh damn sure wishes.
So,
And Keenan Allen, man, that guy.
hey,
I took him in fantasy very early this year. He's 20, I
22,
think. didn't he?
22.
Yeah. 14 catches. Yeah, you had him in fantasy. Jonathan did with a great comeback win. I'd seen his roster. I knew you were going to pull it off, but damn, he blew up. That tip pass touchdown, that was nice. That's concentration right there. But Keenan Allen, man, at the end of the year, it seems like every year he really starts to turn
He's
up.
a
He
bull.
turns into the best receiver in the second half of the season.
Yep.
Last year and this year. He's going to make a push to lead the league in catches again, probably, right here at the end. If he's scooping up 10-plus a game, he could definitely get that crown back.
Right
And
now,
I just like the way the Chargers are going. Phillip Rivers firing them up, saying we're not going to quit. Be ready, get used to seeing us because we're coming. And I like what they got.
I like
They're
Rivers.
a very balanced team. I think Saints, them, probably the 2 most balanced teams, offense and defense. There's a couple others, but
and Hunter, even to even to throw it out there, they beat the Steelers without your boy
yeah, true.
Melvin Gordon. They had no run
Most
game.
underrated running back in the league. Didn't even play.
That Justin Jackson kid balled out.
Yeah, he's cutting up.
That's
They're
the one
deep
from
at running back.
Northwestern. That's
Is he?
the one from Northwestern. Yeah, remember the record breaker? He was so good, but nobody ever. Not Northwestern State. Northwestern.
But
But-
yeah, good game there. And then Monday night's game, we had Eagles straight dominated as expected. They put them a 5.5 on the spread. I was way too low versus a backup Colt McCoy. And then you got
Dude.
Dirty Sanchez came in. Oh, Lord. Second half, Eagles for the book.
If I'm a quarterback, I will not sign with the Redskins. That is the second quarterback this year to break his leg. McCoy broke his leg. Y'all see that?
They need to stop telling them boys to break their
Dude.
legs before the game.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, but I got Josh Adams in fantasy. I'm sick that Sproles came back. I'll tell you that. I'm sick to my stomach. Sproles is back. Took away my boy's touchdown pretty much, taking away a lot of his opportunity. But Ertz, I like Ertz. You know, Ertz is on pace to have the most catches for a tight end in NFL history to pass Jason Witten.
Dang.
He's already got 9.
crazy. Leads the league in 3-yard catches. I watched the dude have like a 9-catch game for 36 yards, and I knew at that moment that he's not as good as people think. Hell, Trey Burton was good in that offense. So I mean, really, it ain't nothing. And that's what they talked about. They said, "Oh, Matt Nagy throws to the tight end more than anybody in the league. You got to draft Trey Burton." Well, Trey Burton can't get open now all of a sudden, so maybe Ertz is just a system player. Because, I mean, if you look at it, he doesn't do anything that good. Yeah. I don't know. Boy, but a tight end y'all better not sleep on. That Arnold dude for the Saints. That boy made a snag a couple weeks ago. put his name on the radar. Boy, he had like 4 catches this past week. I mean, for tight ends, there's no tight ends. But
Another one? Another?
yeah,
That man
Sanchez.
Sanchez reversing his luck this for the Redskins. Everybody remembers him for the butt fumble, but he got the butt recovery this time. Tucked it right in there. Made sure his team kept the ball.
But all right, we'll end it there on the week 15 recap, week 14, whatever week we're in now.
That was 13.
13. And we'll jump into this week's games. We'll write down our picks. We always go quick on this, maybe say a word or two about why you think they're going to win, but we'll fly through it like always. And we'll start off with Thursday's night game. Jags at Titans. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm feeling an under for sure. Give me the Jags, though, with the upset. 4.5-point underdog. Give me the Jags.
You know the under's 37.5.
Every time I've bet on the Titans this season, I have lost money, and I've done it like 6 or 7 times. I avoid them every time. They played the Patriots. I did not bet on them. I told Caleb to not bet on him. He bet on him, and he lost whenever they played the Patriots. I'm going to take the Titans. They're at home. I mean, they look like crap. The Jags look like crap. I'm looking for a terrible game.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Titans as well. One reason why. Quarterback play is going to be better than Cody Kessler. That's it. That's all you need to know, is that the Jags quarterback is Cody Kessler.
So you're going with Titans. All right, what you got, Dustin?
Give me the Titans, too. I think the Jaguars just aren't good. Please let Jalen Ramsey get exposed in prime time. Corey Davis, I'm calling you out. When I call people out, crazy things happen, and I'm calling Corey Davis out.
All right, so we got 3-1 Titans. I'll be the lone wolf on this one.
Do the lone wolf like they do on game day.
Yep. All right, moving into the next game, we got Saints and Buccaneers. Give me the Hoodats, of course.
I'll let you wear my Fournette jersey this weekend.
Who dat all day. They're going to win, without a doubt. They'll probably the spread's 8. That's weak. They'll win it.
Yeah, that's an easy spread right there. I mean, you might as well just buy a point and then get it at 7 just in case. But
If
I think-
Jameis Winston's quarterback, give me Saints by 20. Fitzpatrick's quarterback, give me Saints by 10.
yeah, Saints definitely by double digits.
Yeah, going ahead and give me them Saints. Oh, and the Saints go marching in.
All right, next game we got Bills-Jets, probably game of the week right here.
Where's that game at?
It's in Buffalo. Give me Buffalo, though. Give me old Josh Allen to turn up one time for him. Give me the Bills.
Yep, give me the Bills too. Just a better team. Their defense is not bad. Honestly, like they probably got a top 8 defense in the league.
I'm going to go ahead and go with the Bills, too. I think if Sam Darnold does come back, though, I think that the
It don't even
Jets
matter,
will win
bro.
it. But
It
I'm gonna take
don't
the
even
Bills.
matter.
Josh Allen's a better rookie quarterback than Sam Darnold.
I think if Sam Darnold is back. Hey, dude, Bills all day. Simple defense and home team. That's it.
All right, next game we got Redskins and Giants. Good division rivalry. I think this is going to be the game that knocks Redskins completely out of playoff contention if they hadn't already lost faith. I mean, Sanchez is your quarterback versus Eli Manning, your opposing quarterback. Ugh, this just sounds sickening. But give me the Giants.
Give me the Giants and that 3.5-point spread.
Yeah, definitely taking Giants as well. I just think Eli is going to be able to play better than Sanchez. Running backs, so you got to watch out for him. It's a good running back game.
What if the Giants wouldn't have blew that lead to Philadelphia last week or 2 weeks ago? They could have ran the table like they said they were going to. They very well could have, because they're going to beat Tennessee. They're going to beat
won't the
Redskins this
Cowboys
week.
again.
And then they just would have had to beat Cowboys in week 16.
Dude, Eli Manning would have looked like he would have got squashed back there if they had to play when they play the Cowboys. But give me Saquads and the Giants this week.
All right, next game we got.
I want to know why.
Patriots and Dolphins. Give me the Dolphins. Not really. Give me the Patriots. Even though I hate taking the Patriots, I should take the Dolphins. But Give me the Patriots.
You know, all we hear about is, oh, Tom Brady can't win in Miami. Yep, y'all gonna rue that day. Patriots by 25 this weekend.
I'm not going against the GOAT, so you can put me down for the Patriots.
Patriots all day, without a doubt. Easy win. Taking it. Next, we got the Ravens and the Chiefs, and y'all already know the Ravens are going to Arrowhead and pulling off the upset. It's happening. It's gonna be there.
The game's in Arrowhead.
I'm gonna just go out on a limb too, and I'm gonna take Ravens. I like the defense because Chiefs are gonna allow 30 points for sure, and I don't think Ravens give up 30. So give me the Ravens this week. Long shot, but still 6.5 on the spread. Give me Ravens. May take their money line at plus 300.
Man, here's what I know. I know they're gonna double team and take Tyreek Hill away.
Just
And
like
then-
they took
and
Julio
then-
away this week.
And then C.J. Mosley is going to get to guard Travis Kelce. Yeah, one of the fastest linebackers in the league. I think I want to take the Ravens too. I don't know, I don't know. I'm not a Chiefs believer, but the no run game, Baltimore, they're going to have no run game, no Tyreek Hill. Even if they feed Travis Kelce, it's going to be just like feeding Julio. You can feed one guy the whole game and still win. And unless you spread the ball around.
So
like
you're going
the
Ravens.
Saints. Yeah, 100%.
I guess I'm going to be by myself on this one. I don't think Lamar Jackson can beat Patrick Mahomes. I know the Ravens
got
got
down to that.
I
think
know
it's
the
gotta come down
Ravens-
to
the Ravens got a great
Patrick
defense
Mahomes
and all.
beating the Ravens defense.
I think he'll put up over 20 points.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be enough.
And
I think
the
it's gonna take
Ravens
30.
going to run the ball 100 times and won't be able to score that much.
Yeah, but you are talking about the Chiefs defense who
Dude.
just gave up 30 to
Dude, it's
Oakland.
bad. Trust me, I
a
know.
tanking Oakland.
But still, they'll be ready.
And Ravens are scrapping for a playoff spot. I like the way they're playing.
What we know is the Chiefs are going to have to put up 30 plus on the Ravens because anybody with a half-ass team can score 30 on the Chiefs. So, I don't know. I just think Baltimore's going to beat them. Got a feeling. I'll take the money line too for 500.
Yeah, 500 cents.
Yep, 500 cents.
All right, next game we got Colts Texans. If somebody doesn't say the Texans, I'm going to have to ask you why. Texans at home. Give me the Texans.
Give me the Texans.
Yeah, give me the Texans in a high-scoring game.
I think it's going to be a good game. Maybe Colts coach won't blow it this time and call timeout when their kicker makes a game-winning field goal like last time they played. But, yeah, give me Texans 10 straight. Going to overtake first place in that division, I believe.
They already got it.
No, in the whole AFC.
Oh, they're going to
If
have the
Chiefs
number
lose.
1 seed?
Yeah, if Chiefs lose,
Oh.
I believe.
Yeah.
The Patriots beat them?
Yep.
Did they?
Yep,
I forgot
sure
they
did.
played. But all right, so yeah, give us Texans around the board. Next game, Panthers-Browns. This may sound like a joke, but I'm taking the Browns.
Is the game in Cleveland?
Yes.
Oh, boy, oh, boy,
I
oh,
think-
boy.
I think Panthers are really going to start to tank at this point. They need a high draft pick. They really do. They need something. They need a receiver. DJ Moore's not cutting it. They need something. They need an offensive line. They need some more defense. They need some
They
secondary
need a
help.
linebacker.
They need a lot.
They need a linebacker.
They need a new coach.
Thomas
Riverboat Ron,
Davidson.
you're out.
Thomas Davis is retiring. They need a new linebacker. Luke's on this downhill. Like I said, leads the league in concussions. Definitely concussion protocols.
All right, Browns-Panthers.
But give me the Panthers. I don't know. I don't know. K1 Short's just so good.
I got to take the Panthers as well. I do like what I've seen out of the Browns, but I just can't get over. I can't trust them. Never trust the Browns.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there. I won't trust the Browns, so I'm taking the Panthers. Baker's going to come out feeling dangerous, but Cam's going to be pissed after throwing 4 picks last week, and he's going to show that boy up.
He's going to piss himself right into a 6-7 record. Sub 500, give me the Browns. Next game, we got Falcons-Packers. I think Packers are actually going to take this one. It's going to be a high-scoring game. No McCartney. Rogers probably going to be calling his own shot. So give me the Packers at home. I think they don't throw this one. I think they win without McCartney.
Yeah, I got Packers for the same reason. Rodgers calling the plays, going to be feeling motivated that he's going to get a new coach next year. I think he's going to be happy.
I say Mr. Rogers throws for a 5-bone this week. Just because he's a bad man. But I think Devontae Adams goes down this week. I don't know. He was talking about how he's the best receiver in the league when he's not even really top 5.
Stop it.
He's not a top. Who's he better than?
He ain't top 5, but he's top 10.
Yeah, this boy's like, I'm the best receiver in the league. Not even close.
Not even close.
He's not even better than AJ Green.
Boy.
Give AJ Green Aaron Rodgers.
Make AJ Green play 16 games.
But I'm going to go ahead and take the Packers as well.
All right, I'm going to go out on a branch here. We got an angry Julio. He wants his money. He wants his catches. He wants his yards. Definitely going to have to take Julio. The Falcons are just going to, I don't know. I feel like they're going to dominate this game. Matty Ice.
Icing them boys? He's going to be icing them boys? 49ers, Broncos. Broncos. But them injuries are adding up. I think Mullins, my boy Von Miller's going to attack that boy for about 4 quarters.
Yeah, I'm going with the Broncos too, for sure. Niners are playing for draft picks right now, so.
Yeah, give me Denver as well. Lindsey about to have himself a day.
All right, so Broncos are on the board. I'm going to go Broncos as well. Next game, we got Chargers. This may be my premium play. Chargers versus Bengals. Chargers by 14. They're going to light them boys up. They're going to charge up. Give me them Chargers.
Give me the Superchargers.
Chargers are on the board. Yep. All right.
Yep.
Good game here, NFC East rivalry. Cowboys at home versus Philly. Give me the Cowboys coming off a big win. This could be a good game, though.
Give me them Eagles. Golden Tate looked good last week.
He got to get open first, but give me the boys. I'm going to have to hop back on my fan. I'm going to reinstate my fan card with the Cowboys after last week.
Let me catch those Eagles. I think, they're fighting for that number 1 seed in their division. They're down a game, and if they beat the Cowboys here, they're right there. So I think the Eagles go in there and show up.
It would be amazing to see the Cowboys beat the Saints and then not even make the playoffs. That would kill me.
All right. We got some scrubs playing in this next game coming up. Lions and Cardinals. I really don't know who to pick here. I'm going to go with Lions, though. This is Battle of the Scrubs.
Give me them. Oh. Give me the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals do them in. If Kerryon Johnson don't play, then they're going to take away Galladay with Pat Pete, and then they have nothing yet again another week. If Kerryon Johnson plays, I'm changing my pick to Detroit, though.
Yeah, I think I'd have to take Arizona based on that, too. It all depends on Kerryon Johnson if he plays or not. But like you said, they'll take away Galladay with Pat Pete, and it's just over with for Stafford. So give me Arizona.
I'm going to roll out there with the Lions. Let's see Prater and Casanova, is it? That's his name? Yeah, let's see him kick some field goals. That's what I'm talking about. 18 to 15-point game, all field goals, no touchdowns.
We need to keep bringing these guests in so I don't ever have to buy beer.
All right, next game we got Steelers and Raiders. I'm going to go out on a limb on this one. And I'm going to take the Steelers by 30, even without James Conner. No, I think it's going to be a close game, though, just for shits and giggles. Give me the Raiders. I'm lying. Give me Steelers.
You can't go back on what you say.
No, give me Steelers then.
Give me the Steelers. Easy bags, Steelers. Matt also said
Steelers are on the board.
Steelers all day. I hate the Steelers, but
Ain't nobody.
Anytime a team's a double-digit favorite, it's pretty much a lock. Next game, we got Rams and Bears, Sunday Night Football. This is going to be a good one. I want to put my pick on hold. I gave my bold take as the Bears winning, so I'm going to stick with it. I'm going Bears. Screw it. Give me the Bears.
Rams finna to expose these boys. If you cannot beat the Giants with your backup quarterback, then you suck. Simple as that. Trubisky ain't that good. Aaron Donald's about to rip them boys a new one. Aaron Donald's going to break the sack record. But tell me a reason he's not. Tell me a reason he's not, really. They still get to play the 49ers again. You don't think he's going to bust Nick Mullins' head about 7 times?
And he knows he's close, too, at that. So he's going to be going for it. Give me the Rams all day. Chase Daniel's not beating nobody.
I really want to take the Bears, but I'm going to have to go with the Rams. Aaron Donald is just a dog. That man takes his pads off, and then he still has pads on. So you just need to – he's so huge. It's just him, Sue. They have defense. They have offense. And Trubisky's up in the air still. No one knows if he's going to play or not. AC joint sprain. So if he don't play, Rams all day by 30.
Now we'll move into Monday night, our final game of the week. Also going to be a banger. They've been doing good on these primetime games, aside from Thursday night games sucking as of late, except the Saints. But Tennessee and Jag, that's a terrible pick. But good Monday night game. We got Seahawks and Vikings at Seattle. I'm going Seahawks. I'm riding the wave. I am the 12th man. So give me Seahawks.
Yeah, you can go ahead and write me down. Fill me in. Go ahead and give me my Minnesota Vikings on the road in probably arguably the hardest place in the whole league to play, in Seattle. In Seattle, they got them. Cousins, please show up. I don't want to be wrong.
I'm kind of torn here because I want to take Seattle at home. But, man, do I think Cousins is actually going to have himself a game. Go ahead and give me the Vikings. I don't know. I had to coin flip it in my head there. I don't really know who's going to win.
It's for sure a tough one.
I'm going to roll
Vikings.
off Wilson. He's looking good. Wilson's throwing and making plays. The defense looking like the Legion of Boom again. Not really. I mean, they played decent the last few games, though. They played well against the 49ers, but that is Nick Mullins. So I think the Seahawks go and take it, though.
All right. And that wraps up our predictions, and we're going to do something that we've only done once, but it ended up working out, and we should have done it last week because we had a 3-way tie for dead last. Again, not me, by the way. Never get last. But we'll do a tiebreaker, so we'll give the total points on the Minnesota and Seattle game. I'll let y'all think about it for a second. The over-under is 45.5. I'm definitely going over, so I'm going to go even 50. Give me a 50 burger. Give me more than 50. Give me 54. Give me 30-24 Seattle. 54.
Damn, that's a high-scoring game. You think Minnesota's defense is giving up 30?
Yes, to Russell Wilson I do. At home, yep.
Negative.
Maybe more, maybe 31.
Dude, I'm going to just ride Vegas on this one. Give me 46.
You can't do that.
Oh, yes, I
45 and a
can.
half? You want 45 and a half, actually?
No.
Give me 41. 24-17. Vikings. Yeah.
I'm going to call it 52. I'm going to go up there. I'm not to be a douchebag or anything and cut Hunter by 2 points, but I think the score is going to be, 24-28. Seahawks win.
Last time we did this, we did the Rams game, and I said 80-something, and everybody started laughing. Then Dustin said 100 and something, and that bitch went 130 or 120, whatever.
It was 105, and I said 103. They were like, Hunter had the highest. He said 80. I said 103, and they were all clowning me. Also said the Saints were going to lose to the Cowboys, and the Chargers would beat the Steelers. And I have yet to buy beer just for our viewers to.
But all right, we'll wrap it up there unless anybody wants to say
Bold
a quick
takes.
take on basketball.
Premium plays.
Oh, yeah, premium plays. You got anything on basketball, though? I know Toronto's looking like the team to beat in the East. Nuggets are surprisingly the one
I got
seed.
something on basketball. Stephen Curry, 7 of 9 from three-point range right now tonight.
Boy, Curry, fire. Best
Dude.
shooter we'll ever see.
Ever in our whole lives. And really, I do have a takeaway. I really, really, really don't like the Celtics team for some reason. And I've
You'll
never
like
been.
him if they get Anthony Davis.
Well, that's another thing I was going to say. I saw today that the Pelicans said that they were willing to trade Anthony Davis to the Lakers, but they wanted Brandon Ingram and Kyle Kuzma, and the Lakers said no.
I'd do it in a heartbeat.
I would too.
He's the best player in the league.
Right now, he's the best player in the league. It's him, then Giannis, then LeBron right now, and then Curry.
But you can't get rid of two of your youngest best players.
Yes, you can. Because Davis
Because
already
you
has
want
said.
Davis. He's only, what, a 5th year, 6th year?
Yeah, he's only been in
2011,
the-
12? Yeah, he's not
he's
that
been in the
old.
league like 6-7 years.
He's got 10
And
more
he's-
solid years.
He's got another year on it. This is his last year on his contract, but he's openly said he wants to play for the Lakers. So he's going to LA either way. So that might be the only thing holding off. But right now, I want to say the Lakers are the 2 seed in the West right now.
Give our premium plays as always. We've fell off a little bit since the last couple weeks where we had been on an undefeated streak there for 4 straight weeks. But I feel like we're going to jump back on track this week. A lot of good games, a lot of trap games, as Aaron would say it looks like. And I'll start it off. I'm going to go with I'm torn between 2. But I'm going to go with Giants by 3.5 against Mark Sanchez. I mean, that's all I need to say. Mark Sanchez.
Call him Dirty
3-point
Sanchez.
spread. Give me Giants by 3.
Give me a 2-team teaser. New England Patriots by 1.5. Saints by 2. Easy money racks.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the Texans here by 5. They're at home. Easy win. I think the Colts didn't score any points last week, and the Texans have this equally defense as the Jaguars. I think the Jags and Texans could evenly be played on defense. So give me the Texans by 5.
I'm going to go ahead and take the Saints by 8 against the Bucks. I think they're out for revenge on this game, and it's going to be a shootout.
All right, so that's the plays. They all sound good, and we'll see you guys next week. We'll talk more about college football as the bowl games are going to start kicking off. But we'll leave it there for now, so stay tuned for next week. Go check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes. Check us out all over. Legends Never Die podcast. Like and subscribe. We'll see y'all next week.
The worst is over. The monsters in my head are scared of love. Falling people, listen up. It's never too late.